7 feet tall, number 19, Jakob Pertl. At the point guard position, 5'9", number 35, Robin McCormick. Starting at small forward, at 6'6", number 9, Arthur Barrett. At 6'8" forward, number 4, Scott Barnes. The other guard, at 6 foot tall, number 14, Elliot. The head coach of your home team. Once again, the starting lineup for your Toronto Raptors.
Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Portland Trailblazers going up against the Toronto Raptors at Scotia Bank Arena. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. So here's Portland's starting group. Sharp and Avdia are on the wings. Williams is out there with Jeremy Grant. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. And for the Raptors, Barrett is the 3. Barnes will play the 4. Then there's Jakob Pertl, and it's Maverick in at the 1. It's still early in the season, Grant, but most coaches have their rotations worked out by now.
They really do, but if they don't, they better figure it out soon. You don't want to be tinkering with your lineups any later than this.
So off the tip, it's the Trailblazers. Now Simons. Pass to Grant. And that's a foul called on Jakob Pertl. That's his first foul.
And you hope this early foul doesn't dissuade his aggressiveness.
So it's Portland now, and here's Simons outside. It's rebounded by Barron. Pass to Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
We know Scotty Barnes will embrace the physicality. That score is about concentration.
And one thing we've seen from R.J. Barrett, he likes playing in a system where they move the ball, Doris.
And he likes BA when that ball moves in his direction. R.J. Barrett is a thirsty scorer. He can go off the bounce. He's working really hard to shore up that perimeter game. He has got a tremendous future.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
The pass to Simons. Soft touch off the glass.
Digging deep, Simons to the hole himself.
Outside Barnes. Pass to McCormick. Back to Barnes. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Robert Williams picks up one. And how about Scotty Barnes, Doris? Named an All-Star during his 3rd season in 2024.
And in fact, the 3rd youngest All-Star that year. Listen, he has upgraded his playmaking. He's still getting better, and I think that's the scary part for the rest of the league.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, of course, Scotty Barnes won the Rookie of the Year in 21-22, guys. And you talk about a well-rounded basketball player who will affect winning with both his offensive ability and his defensive versatility.
He hits the second from the line. Something this Raptors team does very well is move the ball door.
Yeah, B.A., this is an unselfish group of guys. They like moving the basketball, getting everybody involved. Amazing when a team has everybody touch it, how good it feels.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
Here's Barrett. Some solid defense from Williams.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Here's Barnes. Ooh, Williams with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. Here's Barnes. Pass to Pirtle. Barrett with it. 6 to shoot. Over Avdia.
Just hustle defense right there from Denny Avdia. Willing to contest shots is such an important thing.
Sharp goes in. Here's Simons. Grant outside. Outside Sharp. Back to Grant. Lets it go from deep. Hits a three-pointer.
Well, Grant is going to have to expand his range. And how about the confidence on that jumper?
Barnes against Grant. Barnes passes to Pirtle. That one's good. And it's Barnes with the assist.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
They get it back. Here's Williams. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
And Toronto calls time here. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, guys, the Blazers with a draft night trade for two-way wing Denny Avdia, a young but established player on a value contract. Portland's added a guy who should help them win now and down the line. Guys, it appears Avdia is going to be a pretty seamless fit for Portland.
All right, Shams, thank you. So Toronto ends up going with a new group. So Portland going with almost an entire new group here. DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Grant. Kamara comes in for Avdia. Thibault, he's checked in for Sharp. And it's Ben in for Simons. Now here's Mitchell. Here's Abaji. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Here's the three. Mitchell misses. Trailblazers lead by 4. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
That's his first personal.
And let's use this time to have a look at last year's steals leaders. And you look at Thibault, a constant threat, 3rd overall in steals.
Last year, he was really opportunistic defensively, creating havoc.
And he drops it first. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction. I just love the ball movement.
Right side Mitchell. Pass to Abaji. The steal. Here we go, 1-on-1. Here's Benton. Now Thibault. Back to Ayton. Here's Benton. Still without a bucket. Going inside, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
They've played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Now here's Mitchell. 19 seconds left in the first quarter.
Well, Kelly Olynyk is a guy who's noted as a spacer, but right there, mixing it up on the interior. I love it.
Here's Benton. Checked by Mitchell. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
Substitution on the court.
There's 6 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Ayton. And it's good. But hang on here. The officials may want to take a look at it on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time or not?
While this call may not decide the game, you always prefer to get it right.
And after reviewing the play, it looks like they're overturning the call here. That basket is good.
It would have been a real shame if those points didn't count. I'm so glad the officials were able to take a second look and make the right call.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers earning this break in the action, up 10. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be right back with you shortly. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what stands out to you from the Trailblazers in this one?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
On the court right now for Portland, we've got Anthony Simons. DeAndre Ayton is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe, and it's Klingon in at the 5, down low. Now here's Simons. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. Jenkins with a rebound. And here are the Raptors now. When this one's in the books, they'll be off to Sacramento, taking on the Kings. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Here's Simons. Sharpe up top. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to McCormick. Here's Mobo. He's covered by Ayton. And Ayton pulls it down. And it's Simons with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. Outside Sharpe. Here's Klingon, guarded by Dick. The jump hook, and he makes it. Klingon's got his first bucket in this one. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
Here's Simons. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Simons has got his second basket of the night.
This close in, Simons is consistent. The defense really can't allow him to find that look.
Pass to Jenkins. Here's Elliott. Simons with a rebound.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Here's Elliott. coming off a 12-point game. Pass to McCormick. The three ball. Portland grabs the miss.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Now here's Simons. Tightly guarded. Three-pointer sharp. Another three for Portland.
He drops yet another dime. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And Toronto calls time here. Last game matched up with the Grizzlies. A tough loss there.
Yeah, they found buckets very hard to come by. And you could tell it frustrated them to no end.
I thought the striking thing was how little offense they generated. It doesn't matter how stout your defense is when you play that poorly on the offensive end.
Both teams making some changes here. Squads that love to run. Last year's team leaders in fast break points. Toronto, number 1.
If this team had a chance to push it last season, they did. The best fast break team in the league.
Raptors trail by 13. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. To the inside, Grant. Rejected by Barnes.
Get those long arms to work, Scotty Barnes. Send it back, young sir.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Oh, he missed that one. 1 for 3 in this one so far. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. Now here's Barnes. Here's Barrett. And miss after miss right now.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's Thibault. The shot that time not on target. Oh, Lennox with some nice D. Right side Barnes. Outside Mitchell. It's Barrett on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Avdia pulls it in.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And stolen by Barrett. For the finish. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Engaged, active, and great instincts. RJ doing things on the defensive end and turning it into offense.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Benton. He's coming off a 13-point game against Indiana. Shot clock at 5. Trailblazers got to hurry. Got to get up a shot.
Got to fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Portland ahead, up by 16. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They're leading by 16. Kenny, give us your take.
There was no shortage of dimes on this team, that's for sure. Numerous guys displayed good court vision, moved the ball, led to great shots. They're in full control of this game.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
The shooting percentage they allow is through the roof. The coach should absolutely be ripping into the defensive effort. Really take some pride on the other end. Just lock it in, lock it in, lock it in.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Matisse Thybulle with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's making his mark in more ways than the box score indicates. I know that much.
There's no doubt. And he's affected the game in any number of ways, and he's definitely important to the success of this team.
Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Then it's R.J. Barrett, and it's Maverick in at point guard. That's the group starting the second half for Darko Rajakovic. Outside Sharp. Pass to Simons. Lets it go from 14. And the Blazers getting another bucket right there.
And Simons is a shoot-first kind of player, especially when he's operating from the mid-range.
Here's McCormick. Elliott passes to Pirtle. Outside Sharp. Pass to Williams. Back to Simons. Now here's Williams. On the wing, Simons. He's got 6. From down in the low post, it goes. Simons has got 8.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Gets the 3 ball to go. Give him 8.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
Pass to Williams. Back to Sharp. And here's Grant. Rejected by Barnes. Out of bounds, it'll be Raptors ball. And some changes here for Portland. Klingon, he's checked in for Williams. DeAndre Ayton comes in for Grant. And it's Kamara in for Avdia. Raptors trail by 15.
You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team. And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. To the paint. Here's Elliott. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Now here's Simons. Not a lot of room. It's stolen by Barnes. Here comes Toronto on the push.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Timeout called. Portland.
Your way, fans. Here they are. Your North Side Crew.
And now a look at last season's most proficient free throw shooters. Anthony Simons, 4th.
Very steady at the line. He's the guy who isn't rattled easily, and that shows in his free throw shooting numbers.
Portland leading by 13. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Pure from 3-point range. Simons got 11.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Barnes passes to Dick. Back to Barnes. And it's Portland with a rebound.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping.
Oh,
wow! The burst. Man, Sharp can go from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. McCormick, the pass to Thunder. Lets a floater go. Here's Dick. Plenty of room to knock down that one. Dick's got his first points in this one.
They've come into the second half with renewed focus at the offensive end, putting in a big effort.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And that one's good. Sharp.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Raptors trail by 18. Pass to Barnes. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Boy, the defense tight inside, but Barnes just persevering.
And this will be his third and fourth free throws of the game here.
Scotty Barnes. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Abaji's checked in for Toronto. And also a switch here for Portland. Banton's checked in. Good on the second one. 1:14 left in the third quarter. Sharp passes to Aiden. Pass to Benton. Lays it up and banks it in. Benton's got his third basket of the night.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Left side Barnes. It's tipped.
Wow, great size and better positioning made that block possible from Klingon.
Benton, good. Benton's got 8.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Here's McCormick. Here's Abaji. Off target at the rim.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Benton passes to Sharp. They grab their own miss.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Portland ahead, running away with this one. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Avdia's the 3 with Grant at the 4. And Freddie Simons out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Williams in at the 5.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Outside Barrett. Pass to Olynyk. And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor.
And that's a foul called on Jakob Poeltl. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
And the Raptors making a change here.
Raptors. McCormick.
On defense, the Raptors. Thibault finds Simons. Clock at 6. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter.
And just great commitment to the play. Simons doesn't let the foul stop him cold.
Personal foul. Second
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
The first free throw is good.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Banton, he's checked in for Thibault. And so Simons nails both of them. Well, Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, BA. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
Pass to Elliott. Olynyk in the post. Working on Grant. Chalk up 2 there. Olynyk's gotten 4 this quarter.
After a brutal first half from the field, their shots are finally starting to fall.
Simons passes to Grant. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That's on Jakob Poeltl.
Well, the athletic Jeremy Grant, so good at initiating contact, he gets the defense to react to his aggressiveness.
Jeremy Grant, 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Well, I like how Jeremy Grant continues to work on his game. The jumper is coming along, and he remains an exceptional defensive player.
And so Grant nails them both. Doris, with the latest collective bargaining agreement, teams have to be more strategic with their spending.
They do, Brian, and I think this speaks to the league's desire to make sure there's competitiveness across all of the teams in the league. There are now harsh penalties in place for teams that go over the luxury tax. So star players in their 30s or players with injury concerns aren't necessarily guaranteed max contracts in the future. You're going to see a lot more negotiations and smart decision making.
And another shot. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his 4th personal foul. 4th team foul. Shooting for Portland, Robert Williams. At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes a first. Fernando's checked in for Poeltl. And also a switch here for Portland. Walker, he's checked in for Grant. That one's no good.
Yeah, they've really made a concerted effort to get to the line here in the second half.
Here's Elliott. And the 3 off target. The Trailblazers have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Walker. Money from 17 feet out.
The defense making it way too easy for him on that jump shot. He'll take that all night.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Raptors foul. Bruno Fernando. That's his first personal.
And the Raptors making a change here. Abaji's checked in. Klingon, he's checked in for Portland. Kamara comes in for Avdia. Portland has gone 5 of 6 from three-point land so far. Simons, right side. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Here's Bobo. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul.
It's going to be on Jabari Walker. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, BA, what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
And he knocks down the first one. DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Portland. Thibault comes in for Banton. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Ayton passes to Thibault. Here's Simons. Back to Thibault. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. Sinks the tray.
That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Toronto, Davion Mitchell. 2 shots.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw is good for Mitchell. All right, let's say you're starting a new franchise today, and you get to pick any player in the league. Who you got, Grant?
Oh, man, there's so much talent to choose from. You can't go wrong with Doncic, Antetokounmpo, or Jokic. There are some enticing young players, too, like Anthony Edwards as well.
Both free throws good for Mitchell. And the NBA has regular season games outside the U.S., all over the world. How important is that, Grant?
It's so important, BA. I mean, basketball has become a global sport. And just look at the recent MVPs. They're mostly international players. So playing games in those countries has helped the game grow all over the world.
The Raptors shooting around 41%.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Trailblazers.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And while there were some guys out there that played well, what really stood out was the production for Anthony Simons.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
And the Raptors making a change here. Dick's checked in. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Simons against Mitchell. And Ayton pulls it down. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Thibault on the wing. Here's Klingon, guarded by Olenek. Pass to Kamari. 5 on the clock. Now here's Ayton. Mobo with the rebound. Outside Mitchell. Out to the right wing. Mobo can't hit. Now here's Thibault. So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Yeah, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
All right, thanks, guys. DeAndre, a new season. How exciting is it to play ball in front of this home crowd?
You know, with all the excitement and all the fans coming out here, really, I just wanted to put on a show for them, to be honest, and just win as many games as I play.
The energy from the fans was missed. Thanks so much, DeAndre.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long, everyone.